am I sleeping in this couch? Look at yourself. It's creepy like that. What the heck?
Teddy, come outside.
Oh my
It's a
goodness.
beautiful day.
The mining?
I just about given up on you ever
Ooh.
waking up. Sleep well?
I dreamed of Betty. She was in the garden, and she called for me.
How about you, Lissy dearest? Oh, you know me, old fruit, wide awake at first light.
The Fretlands didn't come home, did they?
They did not. There's no sign of anyone. Aside from last night's Mistwalker.
I've been thinking about that. It was dark. Maybe I just saw a shadow.
Maybe.
Chasing a shadow. That's very unlike you, old boy. Usually you scurry off in the opposite direction.
Old boy.
I didn't get a good look. I'm not even sure there was anyone there.
Oh, there must be someone here. And I'm not talking about ghosts. Or goats. What was it you said yesterday? Maybe they're looking down on us from the mountaintops.
I'll take a gander. The Fretlands will be home soon. And Betty's here. I know it. I feel it.
If you say so, teddy bear. Have you had your noodle juice yet?
I'm not rummaging through their cupboards.
You'll be a pill without your tea and toast, old bean. We need to get you sorted.
I'm not hungry. First point on the agenda. Find the natives.
A mission! Hot dog! I'll scout ahead. I'll meet you down by those houses.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
uncover your secrets, Grovik.
Uncover your secret. It's the letter, the map. Okay. Jay's journal. Oh, so what? We're just exploring. Shift to joke. Right, it's not really running, is it? So I guess I'm going down the mountain. It's a pretty nice area. The color,
Up here, Teddy.
nice. Oh.
It's such a beautiful day. You could bottle and sell this air in Boston. It's frankly medicinal.
It's chilly.
That's all you have to say? It's chilly?
You're not cold.
Why would I be?
Thought you were scouting ahead.
What do you think I'm doing? Vantage point. Like on a pirate ship.
Oh, like a
I
pirate
could
ship.
probably see our house in Hanover from here.
Did you check those buildings?
Knocking on doors isn't a scout's job, old bean.
Right.
There must be someone around.
Only one way to find out, old sport. Did you check all the houses?
Old sport. I like those. Like the roofs like grass and stuff. Hello?
Hello? Anyone here?
What? No one home?
Nope.
Hello?
Whoa.
Who's there?
Foretta.
Hello?
Hello?
Anyone home?
Yo, I'm gonna need a flashlight. Or something. 2 bits.
September 21st, 1923. Vi desperata.
Yeah, desperate.
Lissy. Found something here. Escalated from words to stones. Blood has been spilled. The curse
The
haunts
curse?
us all. there is no hope.
It's
left
always a mining in the cave
for luck.
triggered something.
Good. God. Right. In this God-forsaken place. The death of the... Jiminy. Death of the children was the end of Grovik. Whatever remained of our souls departed with them. You should see this, Lissy. The
Was
letter
it?
just trails off. Was never sent.
Can we take it? Oh, I can't really take it, is it?
Did you see this door closing?
It was just the wind, teddy bear. You're as skittish as a pussycat. There's one more house. Third time's the charm.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyone home?
3 strikes, you're out.
I don't think anyone's been home for a while. Someone painted the word traitor on one of the doors.
Traitor.
And there was a letter. It sounded foreboding.
Still think everyone's up in the mountains herding goats?
No.
I saw some sheds down by the water. There's the general store, a church.
In other words, time for some sightseeing? Well, it's a bright and beautiful day, and we have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
What on earth are you doing?
Handstands, Teddy! My record is 2 minutes. I'm working on 3. Just go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Gosh, dang it. Missing populace. This way? Can we go this way? Down by the water.
How about we don't go back to Hanover and stay here instead?
And how would I survive?
Hunt? Harvest? Forage? People have survived here for centuries.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
can't
yeah.
we?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I could learn.
Applesauce.
Why lock any doors? I can't imagine.
Fretland and Son.
How do you figure?
It's on a sign above the entrance. And on this photograph. Frederick and Simon Fretland. The older gentleman is clearly Mr. Fretland's twin brother.
Twins are confusing. If this was a dime novel, they'd be switching places at some point to confuse the coppers. Damn you, twins!
And Simon Fretland's
Simon
child.
Fretland. Frederick's son.
And Johann's nephew. See, I'm getting the hang of this. Simon. Simon. That was the name in the burnt book. So Simon is Ruth's older cousin.
Right.
Betty would have taken plenty of constitutionals here. She loves the outdoors.
How so? She's a city girl.
I'm sure she gets tired of Manhattan. And when the ferry route is no longer operating.
Rats!
Mrs. Fretland already informed me in her letter.
I know. Still warrants a resounding rats.
I wonder why it stopped running.
Look around. How many people live here? 20? 30? That can't be enough for a ferry route.
Things got quieter after the mine closed down.
They need to move on and find something else to put their village on the map. Tobacco farming, maybe.
Telegraph.
The telegraph is out of order.
Well, there goes my plan. NOSOS.
This was 2 years ago, but the notice is still up.
How can it take 2 years to get something like that fixed?
If they couldn't afford it? Or couldn't get anyone to come fix it?
Well, this place really is off the map. Here be dragons. Or Draugans, I guess.
Dragons. The village.
It must have been so isolated, with no easy way in or out.
Aren't there boats?
You saw how much work it was to cross the fjord. And if the weather's bad...
It can't be healthy, being so isolated. Cooped up inside, reading the collected works.
Yeah, all right. I get
This
it.
village is basically you, Teddy.
I said all right.
Journey.
The ferry would have made the trip here much easier.
And you wouldn't have had to pay that farmer a fortune to rent his boat.
I had no choice.
We should keep his boat, if it comes back. Bring it with us to Hanover.
Do what with it exactly?
I don't know. Grow parsley in it? Use it in the pond? Forget it. Stupid idea.
You'd have thought someone would have seen us by now.
Even from up in the mountains.
Click some
Maybe there was a spell or curse that made them all invisible.
Honestly, Lissy.
Or maybe we are the invisible ones. But then we would see them. wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Frederick Fretland and son.
Johann's brother and nephew.
The Fretlands have their fingers in all the pies, including the only store in town.
Also the post office and telegraph. There may be something that'll lead us to Betty in there.
Or at least to some canned sardines. We need to get you fed, old bean.
Old bean. Alright, so this is... what's this one? Nada. Inspect.
There's no damage to the rope.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody cut it. I guess the knot could have unraveled on its own.
Didn't you say you used a sailor's knot?
I'm a scholar, not a fisherman.
Scholar.
So who took our boat?
It's a
A
mystery.
logical explanation. It's safe to say no ghost in the night stole our boat.
If you say so. But then who were you chasing after last night?
Dun dun dun.
Shadow?
I don't know. It was probably all in my head. The weather's favorable today.
I did a little dance last night, appeasing the weather gods. Thor, in particular, was mightily impressed.
Was he?
I promised to back.
Oh, sorry.
A boat! Teddy! Hot dog! This is our ticket out of here!
Not without Betty. Besides, there's a hole in this boat. It'll sink before it gets 10 yards from shore. It's curious. The state of the boats. It's like they stopped taking care of them.
Seems short-sighted. How would they fish? Or get anywhere at all?
What? Just throw. What's she throwing at? Nothing. Throwing a nothing. Okay. Hippity scop, scop, scop.
What's this?
Remnants of the mining operation.
What, mine?
There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I was just checking for a sense of humor. Still nowhere to be found. Where do these tracks lead?
To the mine. Where else would they go?
I don't know.
Let's
A castle
go
up in the mountains
to the
where
mine.
frost giants live, and this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villager.
No trespassing for traitors.
Traders.
Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side?
Could be dangerous.
It's not safe.
Oh, horse feathers! You may be the most boring man in this country. Where's your sense of adventure, old sport?
Old
Don't you want
sport.
to see where these tracks go?
Hello, old
I've had enough
sport.
of
I should have
this
adopted
side
that
of the
thing.
fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
You're such a terrible bore, Teddy Bear. I'll wager 1,000 clams you'll jump this gate at some point, if you believe Betty's on the other side.
Frederick Fretland. Who are these traitors he refers to?
Traders.
What now? We've looked everywhere.
There really doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Maybe we missed something. An important clue. How about the general store? We haven't been inside yet.
It looked deserted, but worth another look, I guess.
Damn it, the general store. It's like locked or closed. Hey, what is that?
What if everyone turned into a pebble? And they can't speak? but they see and feel everything that happens to them.
There's something very wrong with your head.
Wouldn't that just be...
To the general store we go. Draw. Oh, hold up. Cinematic. Photo. Oh, a pencil. Okay. Is that? You got your art, teddy boy? Damn. It's a cart, a wagon. Ravens. That wasn't.
Is that? Lizzie, come here.
It's Betty's hot.
It's Betty's hat. She was here. She could still be in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat? I'm not
I know
sure.
my sister's hat, Lizzie. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it.
Alright. Break it. Or something. Aha.
Here's an open window.
You seem eager to break the law. I approve.
Pull.
It won't budge.
Don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
Yeah. Pull harder.
I can't believe I'm actually breaking. Whoops, Daisy.
Oh my, Teddy. You're such a sap.
Let's go, teddy boy.
Edward Charles Hardy. Dilettante. World traveler. Cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition, enter a building on a higher
Jeez.
floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty.
Edward.
I hope you weren't here when.
Is this... blood?
Oh,
Not
shit.
necessarily human blood.
Well, that's alright then. What does it say? Barn murder? Someone murdered a barn?
Barn
means child. And mortar, that's.
Child murder.
Child
Edward.
murderer.
They murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
I'm not sure how I feel about being in here.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all alone. What else do you suggest we do?
Damnation. The hat's in here.
Calm down, old boy. Anyway, how's a hat going to help us?
Who knows what else is in here? There could be more clues.
All right. Okay. It's been cut. Why?
To remove someone from the picture.
That's just rude.
It's the
It's
right
from the opening of the
person.
mine in 1897. That's Frederick, Johan's brother.
And the boy could be the younger brother who died.
Frederick clearly did not want anything to do with his twin brother.
All right.
Something happened in the mine.
Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door.
These were never sent.
How long have they been piling up?
I received Mrs. Fretland's letter in June, and they received my letter from July.
A couple of months. Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
Possibly.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
S-O-S.
To Simon from Ruth.
Oh boy. If only this thing worked. You could, What are you doing?
Looking for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
There's a note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
Read.
It's from Simon.
Casa.
I don't know what that word means. Yai put it means I put. Nurkel is key.
He put the key in the casa?
Casa. I wish I had my dictionary.
Casa.
The note's addressed to his father.
So the key was moved. But where to?
Somewhere safer. Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You
A
know
lot.
my mind, it's a sponge.
Oh, yes, yes. Casablanca.
Casa.
Casa.
So that's what it means. Cash register.
Maybe.
You're a genuine gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you in the big house. Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
Yep. Can we get some money? No, it's just shooting. It's Betty's hat.
It is her hat.
Teddy, I'm not
Betty
sure
was
that's...
here, and not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward. So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
It's the letter.
What's that?
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be... Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not... Bloody hell. Simon did not murder your Ruth. He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means
She's dead?
the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh, Edward. The Fretland girl was murdered. This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... what's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. Like if Johann
The
thought...
mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church. Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
Look.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissy, wait.
Outside already? God damn it. I didn't. You didn't unlock the door, but okay.
Right below it.
Got you
What are you
there.
doing? This doesn't concern
A
us.
little girl died. We're staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without heart? Get yourself up here, Edward Harden, right this minute. Come on, it's an easy climb.
This looks very dangerous.
Oh, you're a big boy. Start acting like it. It's not Mount Everest.
I don't... Whoopsie-daisy.
Oopsie daisy.
What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl
Edward.
got herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. You know, you've grown cold. Please look at me when I'm talking to you. Alright. You know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours. With only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you.
Right.
You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
Together.
I've seen all there is to see. I'm going back.
You can't leave. We might have missed something important.
Something struck this bush. She must have landed on it when... on her way down.
That's ghastly, Edward.
It's a long fall. Far enough to crush the girl's skull.
Edward Charles Harden.
What?
Oh, you're hopeless.
Alright, let's...
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go up. Or not.
Teddy.
I've seen all there is to see. I'm going back.
You can't leave. We might have missed something important.
Pat's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers.
Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful. I think there's something behind it. Can you move the rock aside?
It's a doll.
It must be Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This pin. This is old. Very old. Looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. Does not belong on a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues. Come on, old sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my breath? Huh. Did you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world. Right. It is awfully chilly.
One
Oh,
second.
Teddy bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean?
Yeah, push.
Can you see where she fell?
She's been playing in the same place.
Certainly
couldn't
high
be.
enough to kill a child.
If I had to go, this would be the way to do it. Soaring through the air like a bird.
And landing like a rock. If she fell headfirst on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not.
Oh,
I don't have time for this nonsense. We're running out of daylight, and Betty's still... You're still out there. Lissy, slow down. I can't keep up with you.
Can't keep up with you.
Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something. Lissy? Are you there?
Ah!
My word. Look away, Lissy.
Is this what happened to the villagers? They killed themselves?
It's one
Chair.
body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
What does that say?
God
Traitor?
forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother drowned
Don't.
herself? Sorry.
Oh my
Who was he?
goodness.
One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick. And he's too old to be Simon.
I like his suit.
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died.
What a waste of a
It
suit.
scared her. So she ran, and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace?
Yeah.
You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. It's tragic, but really none of my
Oh,
concern.
Betty, always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect. Would you please just do this one decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself. Or for your Betty.
Hush, hush, hush. What am I untying this? We're gonna bury this? What? Uh-oh. The curse.
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy. Edward. I know you can. You've been through much worse.
Oh dear. Was that it? Oh, we're back at the home.
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened?
She was probably murdered.
She was.
And you think Simon did it?
Your guess is as good as mine. It could have been an accident.
You're really not helping.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck. I'll be up for a while, if you feel like talking.
Mm-hmm.
What did you find?
Someone tried to burn this.
Just like the book. Isn't that odd?
It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna.
Anna.
It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
Yes, and it's adorable. Keep reading.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened?
Keep reading.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before...
Oh.
It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget?
Can't forget.
I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason.
Traitor.
He's so very angry and full of regrets.
That
It's eating him up. And
hit my knee.
And we what?
the rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister. But I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born, but burned recently.
Oh my god. It's tearing them apart. So this house is too big. Oh my god, I hate the freaking windows. Put that mannequin back, bro. Place the hat.
What are you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's healthy.
Not now, please. I'm exhausted.
Sleep.
Quite the day, huh?
Yeah,
I'm ready to pass out.
ready to pass out.
Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might want to haunt you in your sleep.
There are no...
Hush now. Sleep.
Hush now. Oh, sing me a lullaby. Boom. Home Alone. Day 3.
I was on your MySpace, looking how our times changed, looking how we used to be. One step for us, two step back, love you, yeah, you hated me. Please don't go, babe, no. Please don't leave me alone. You gon' leave me alone.